guys, Anthony Ace Michaels here with sleeperselections.com. Make sure you go there, get your free week, and make sure you check out bestsportspickstoday.com. All the top handicappers from the nation giving out a totally free pick, and there's a lot of them on there, guys. So these guys are well recognized, and it's totally free, so check them out. And so let's just jump right into it. It was a great week last week, 3-0 going in my best bets. Hopefully you hit that parlay for 100. It was over 600. And bet the games individually. I know some guys go big on them. I got a few emails thanking me for the plays. We're going to try to keep it going here. Let's look at this week. So the first game is the Thursday night. It's the Giants at the Washington football team. Anytime these teams hook up, it's usually a close game, and it's usually high scoring. This division, when they play each other, they have something to prove. They don't want to be the bottom of the barrel in this bad division. So in this game, I love the over at 40.5. I just think that this game will be like the 47 to 55, somewhere in there in the total. I think it'll go way over 40.5. I know that the Washington Redskins have the best defense in the NFL, which they say. And I also know that the Giants ain't too bad themselves. But when these two teams play, you throw all those stats out the window, especially this early. They're both 0-1. They're looking for their first victory. I do think there'll be some fireworks in this game. And if I had to pick a team, I would pick the Giants at plus 3.5. In a close game, you always take the points, especially if it's more than a field goal. But my best bet will be the over in that one. And I got two more best bets for you. We're going to try to go 6-0 in the first 2 weeks, and I really like it. The next is the Bengals at the Bears. Bears minus 2.5. I got to go with the home team here in the Chicago Bears minus the 2.5. They're a lot better than what they showed. And the Bengals are not as good as they showed, beating the Minnesota Vikings that are not that good of a football team to begin with. Not that the Bears are, but I do think that the Bears will get on track and get their first win. Texans at the Browns. Browns minus 12.5 somehow. The Texans showed me a lot. It was one of my best bets of the day last week. I think it's just too many points. I do think that more people will be betting the Texans. So if you're going to bet this game, which I'm not, but if you are, take the Texans now at the 12.5. Maybe buy it up to 13 would be a good play. The Rams at the Colts. The Rams are underdog, or actually road favorites. I'm sorry. The Rams are road favorites here. So that's a tough game. I got it here on my sheet. I did have the Colts at first, and as I've been looking and digging into this game all day, I did take the Rams minus the 3.5. I do think they get the job done. Let's go to the next game. The Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins. Buffalo's on the road, and they're favored by 3.5. This is another tough game. I like the Dolphins at home. I do think the Bills will drop to 0-2, which nobody thought could happen. They're still a great football team. I just think the Dolphins got the momentum. They're at home, and they're getting points. Take the 3.5. The Patriots at the Jets. Jets are getting 6 at home. Patriots didn't really show me anything. Two rookie quarterbacks going head-to-head. I'm going to take the points at home with the Jets, 6 points. That'll be a play. Not a play that I'm going to bet, but a play I'm going to give you. The 49ers at the Eagles. The 49ers are favored by 3. I do got the 49ers here to win the game. Usually when the Eagles are not supposed to win, they win. But the 49ers just look very good. They did make a couple mistakes at the end of the game last week. They still won pretty easily. I do think that the 49ers get the job done by 3 or more. The Raiders at the Steelers. The Steelers are favored by 5.5. I do like the Raiders here. I like what they're doing. I like how they play up to their competition. I do think that 5.5 is way too many. This will be a game where, the Steelers will win by 5. So I would take the Raiders here. But I don't have any games in the noon time slot that I have in my best bets, but I'll still go over them. The Saints at the Panthers. The Saints are minus 3.5. I like the Panthers at home in a division game, getting the 3.5 points. I don't think the Saints are as good as advertised. You know, there will be more interceptions thrown in this game for the Saints, as Winston throws a lot of interceptions. He had 5 touchdowns and no interceptions. I do think that the Panthers will buckle down on them and they'll get a few interceptions, keep this game close. The Broncos at the Jaguars. The Broncos defense is just too good for the Jaguars' young quarterback here. They're going to be all over him. Von Miller and company are going to step it up here. 6 points seems like a lot, but I think that Denver can win by 7 here. The Vikings at the Cardinals. This is one of my best bets for the 305 game. I like the Arizona Cardinals here at home. They could score in bunches. They could score quick. Their defense is good. Minnesota, not so good this year, guys. They could be, you know, one of these. Well, there ain't going to be no 500 teams, right, this year, because there's the 17 games. So close to 500 team and the Minnesota Vikings, and I do think the Cardinals win the division hands down. So I'm going to stick with my Cardinals minus 3.5 as my best bet. Falcons at the Buccaneers. Buccaneers minus 12.5. This is a division game. It's going to be closer than people think. You know, they look at last week and they see Falcons didn't do anything. This is when Matt Ryan comes out. The Falcons could actually win this game. I wouldn't bet on it, but I wouldn't be shocked if they did it, because they beat the Buccaneers before like this when the Buccaneers were big favorites. 12.5, way too many points. Take the Falcons if you're betting that game. The Cowboys at the Chargers. The Chargers are 3.5 point favorites. I like the boys. I like what they did. They got the extra rest. I do think they'll be ready for this game. An extra 3-day rest is pretty good in the NFL, especially for those linemen. I do think that they win this game straight up, but take the 3.5 points just in case. The Titans at the Seahawks. Seahawks minus 5.5. My early pick was the Seahawks. I'm going to stick with the Seahawks here after further research. I do think that the Seahawks get the job done. 5.5, I'm not sure, but the Seahawks could win by a touchdown for you guys. I think they can. Sunday night, another one of my best bets in my final of the 3 bets that I'm going to be making. The Chiefs at the Ravens. Chiefs minus 3.5. I love the Ravens here. They got something to prove. They had a bad loss. You know, the Chiefs were given the win last week against the Browns. The Ravens battled and made mistakes. There'll be less mistakes here. They're going to learn more. And I do think that the Ravens win this game. If they don't, 3.5 points. It should be a 3-point game either way. I'm shocked that it's 3.5 as the Chiefs are favorite. And the final game, Monday night, the Lions at the Packers. Packers minus 11. A lot of people are going to be betting Green Bay. They think that this is a bounce-back game. I don't think that they're as good as people think they are. This is a wide-open division. Lions and 11 points is a lot. I would take the Lions because it could be a 10-point game very easily. I do think that Rodgers is going to come out firing. I do think that he's going to continue to throw a few interceptions to keep the Lions in the game. The Lions came back strong in the last game in the fourth quarter. That builds momentum for this game, and I do think that they will cover this spread. So recap it real quick. We're going to go with a parlay, something simple, whatever you could afford to lose. The over in the Thursday night game, 40.5. See if you can get 40. The Cardinals minus 3.5. See if you can get 3. Shop around, guys. And then the Ravens plus 3.5. That should be plenty. You can go to bestsportspickstoday.com and click on top sports books. Those are the ones that I rated myself. There's 30-something that I went through, and I picked out a handful of them that I put my money in and I play with. I just go to them every day, you know, and I look for the best point spreads. And I find the point spreads and I lock them in. And that's what you guys should be doing because they're giving away a lot of promotions here. So go to there, check out the top sports books at bestsportspickstoday.com, guys. Make sure you hit the bell notification and hit the subscribe button. And I will see you next week. And hopefully we'll be talking about the 6-0 start to this season. Take it easy, guys.